Hey guys, I'm Alessio and this is my cinema and today we're gonna talk about I Am Legend. I Am Legend is a movie, as I said in the last review, that I always wanted to see since 2007 and I don't know why I never did it, but I thought it was time after Sucker Punch. I thought it might be the theme of this week, so I decided to watch I Am Legend finally. I Am Legend is a movie directed by Francis Lawrence, who also directed the last three movies of the Hunger Games series, and its screenplay is based on the book of Richard Matheson. The main character, as you probably already know, it's Will Smith. This movie talks about Robert Neville, which is a doctor who worked for the army and now doesn't work for them anymore because he now lives in a desertic New York City. It's desertic because someone created a cure for the cancer, but this cure produced a virus which turned every people around in sort of vampires slash zombies. Vampires because they can't stand the UV rays, and zombies because they act weird, they walk weird. So what he does all day, he always going around with his dog Sam, and he's trying to hunt deers mostly because there it seems there are a lot of them to eat because I mean supermarket doesn't work anymore, and 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 also he tries to find a cure for the cancer testing his blood because he is one of the few people in the world that are immune by it. The best part of this movie is the atmosphere that it's created thanks to the fact that Will Smith is always alone and it always doesn't speak except some words to his dog or to some mannequins that he finds, for example, when he goes to return the DVD that he took the day before, which actually were Goodfellas that he returned, and I think he took Raging Bull, which I actually made a review, and I will put the link somewhere here, but that's not important. This atmosphere it's very good. It helps to set the mood for the best scene of the movie, which is, as you already saw the movie, when the scene after that he is upside down, which is great because of the atmosphere that has this movie. That's the only reason I think, and also the great acting of Will Smith because he gave one of his best performances. Because also in 2007 it was the best period of Will Smith. He was pretty much everywhere in that period. I like some little choices and details that the director made. For example, the watch that he has, it beeps every time that it's approaching the sunset time and also at dawn because it gets dangerous outside there, and we get that it's dangerous outside there thanks to the beeping and also thanks to another little detail that we can find in the first house when he breaks in. There is a newspaper page on some wall, and in this page there is to stay home when it's dusk because some creatures might come out, and I think it's a good visual storytelling, and it helps a lot the atmosphere, as I said. But what I wonder about this newspaper is who was printing it, because as we get to know through the movie and thanks to some flashbacks, we get to know that that before this problem got really big, there was pretty much no one in New York left. So I don't know who wrote this thing, who delivered it, because newspaper are delivered at night. So I don't know who was so crazy to go out at night with those creatures and deliver those newspapers. But still, it was a nice thing to add. It had problems, but I, I found it nice at first. Another good thing of this movie was the final part, the last 5 minutes, when you get to know something which you didn't expect from this movie, and I thought it was nice to get to know that, and it makes looks the monsters different. What you learn of these monsters through the movie gets completely changed, and the Will Smith's character gets to be the monster after that. So I think it was a nice twist to add to this movie, which made it a little bit more good, because at the moment in the third act I was pretty upset with this movie. I thought it was completely different from the first 60 70 minutes, and I don't know, I was a bit upset, but thanks to those final 5 minutes it saved everything, and now no problem with the third act. I see the whole picture. What are the bad parts of this movie? In my opinion, the bad parts of this movie are the CGI monsters, for example, because they doesn't look so good. They are nice, they are well made, because this movie had a 150 million budget, so they spent pretty much some money on those monsters, and they look quite good. But I thought that probably it would have been better if those monsters were just real people with just some makeup, and adjusted them with CGI to maybe make them look a little worse, because this is my personal taste when it comes to CGI. I think that when you can use practical effects, you should use them, and you should never go straight for CGI. Maybe they thought about using practical effect, but probably not. And mostly because this was a period where Hollywood were doing just was discovering CGI, and they did so much with them, and I think it ruined a bit that. I think CGI is not always the best choice. For example, last year we finally had the comeback of practical effects with two very good movies like Star Wars and Mad Max mostly, and I think that filmmakers and producers will learn from those two movies, and they will use practical effects because they help a lot to create atmosphere, and make the movie good because of it. So I hope that we will see more in the future. Another bad thing was, for example, in the last scene as well, with the final reveal, because it helped to explain something, but it also raised tons of other questions, which I don't know, maybe they would have been explained in a sequel. I have the problem with the end of the second act, when he finally understands that he is not alone, and he meets the first people after a long time. And I think that scene has a lot of problems, because it's very convenient. It's poorly written. It's just a way to put it there, because when he meets them, it's night, and no one that lives in the world will be out at night, especially not in that place, I think. So they should have found another way to make him meet other people, not that way. So that scene, it's probably the worst scene of the movie for me. So the review is over. If you liked it, you may subscribe to my channel to watch future reviews. You may click the like button. You may comment to tell me if you disagree or agree with me, and maybe share it with some of your friends. And see you next time.